Welcome to Scorched Earth and a general reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon or Ascendant for the month of November. I hope you are well. I'm using the Tarot of the Abyss for you today, and there will be an extended at the end of this reading if it resonates with you and you would like to explore it a little bit more. That's the first link in the description box. Second link is the 6-month overview that I did for each of the signs that runs from July to December. Now obviously we've only 2 months of that period left, and so I have knocked the price down accordingly. If you have not had a chance to have a look at that yet and you would like to, now is probably a good time. And obviously if you support me on Patreon, you get access to all of that extended content, whatever I put out, for free. So yeah, anything you want to look at, it's there. Let's have a look and see what's going on with you, Aquarius. Can I have 3 cards for Aquarius, please? There we go. We've got the Knight of Wands in your recent past. Sagittarius energy there. We have the 6 of Cups in your present energy. Interesting. Kind of switched around. I'll explain why in a second. And what's coming towards Aquarius, please? We have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands at the bottom of the deck there. It indicates a change in direction. It's movement. No, it's not. We see the movement in the Knight. It's the precursor to movement. Movement has not yet occurred, but there's preparations being made for it. We see somebody like gathering the firewood there for such a thing. Let's get some clarifiers and see what this is about here. I'll just get these little thing there the right way around. It's lovely and quiet. It's 2 AM at the moment. I decided that's probably the best time for me to make videos because everybody's asleep except my neighbour, who was playing music until very recently. Anyway, tell me about the Knight of Wands, please. Thank you. We have the Lovers card of Gemini in the Major Arcana. Knight of Wands with the 8 of Wands. Tell me about the 6 of Cups, please. We have the Empress card. For me, Taurus, although some readers will see it as Libra. 6 of Cups. And the 3 of Wands. And then the 10 of Pentacles, please. 8 of Swords. And the 10 of Cups. Got the Devil that's fallen down here in the reverse. I'm not going to take it, I'm going to put it back, but I'm going to show you that it's there. Got the 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, followed by the 9 of Wands. Interestingly, we've got double 9s there, and then we also have double 10s. 9s are approaching completion. Obviously 10s indicate completion in the tarot, 9s indicate getting there, but for me the 10s have a collective element to it, whereas the 9s deal very much with the individual. So, you know, for a proper 10 of Cups situation to occur, what we want is everybody involved coming to that situation in a 9 of Cups sort of energy, right? Because it's about, sometimes called the wish card, this. It's about having everything that you want, right? But I feel like there's more to it than that, because there's quite a staged quality to this card. I always thought that, and it's an odd looking card. And these 9 cups are placed on you. They're kind of for everybody else to look at, you know, and then he's sitting there with this look of contentment on his face, like, yes, I have all of these 9 cups and they are mine. Let's see that. It's kind of dark, but there it is, right? The thing is, the meaning of this runs quite a bit deeper, because it isn't, as we know, you know, what we display to other people, it's what we feel within ourselves. And so I think that the 9 of Cups is getting very clear about what it is that you want, knowing what makes you happy and making sure that that's coming from the right place and not being viewed by other people. You know, the 9 of Wands card that is right behind it has somebody who has, they're all bandaged and looking a bit fucked up. You know, it's a card of boundaries and stuff as well. But looking to these, honestly, Aquarius, it looks to me like you're projecting one thing outwardly and feeling something differently inside. Now that in and of itself isn't a bad thing. You know, the Leo motto, or one of my late husband at least, was, you know, the time when you are least sure is when you should appear most confident. And that really was his maxim, and he lived by it. If you spoke to him, you would never know that he was kind of bullshitting his way through quite a lot of things all of the time. Learning as he went along, as he would put it. Fake it until you make it, you know, that kind of energy. Nevertheless, as I'm sitting here and looking at these cards, I do feel like this gulf between how you feel inside and what you are projecting outside feels in some ways like it is widening somewhat. And this is, if you will, a call to stop and reflect and see what is causing that gulf, what is causing those things, these two situations to be pulling further and further apart. Because the ideal situation is, well, no, it's not the ideal situation actually, it just is what it is that generally your exterior world is a reflection of what you are feeling internally. And so if you are starting to feel like you're being pulled, stretched too thin in some way or another, if the energy that it is taking to hold this as being true for you is taxing you too much, it's taking the energy from in here, it's taking it from within you, and your ability to be able to bring these two things into alignment becomes more and more difficult as this goes on, right? So let's put those to one side for a second, because I do feel like with the winds of change blowing through this reading, as it feels like they are, that this is something that you're becoming aware of, and it's something that you are putting things in place to address, to change. In fact, as I've just noticed under here, we've got the Temperance card, to heal and bring into balance. We've got the Six of Pentacles directly behind that, speaking about balance and equilibrium too. Temperance card is a card of healing, but it is a card of bringing that internal balance to bear. Now, that being all the shadow cards under here, I mean, let's get down and have a look and see what's on the table. So we've got the Knight of Wands in your recent past. And the Knight of Wands is it's an energy of opportunity, an opportunism, in fact. It's Sagittarius energy. But the thing that the Knight of Wands does better than any other archetype is be present, is be in the here and now. And I think the fact that it's here is actually an indication as to where that is not happening for you. It's clarified by the Lover's card and the Eight of Wands. The Lover's card is a card of harmony and balance, actually, even there, but it's the card ultimately of a choice, and it's come up here with the Eight of Wands. Now the Eight of Wands again can be opportunity, it is momentum building, you know, these ones are just coming in, they're arcing ready to strike the ground or whatever it is they've been aimed at. And it seems like opportunities have presented, but perhaps they have been missed. And I feel you sort of sitting back and wondering why it is that somewhat uncharacteristically you haven't gone after this in a way that you usually would. What about the Lover's card, please? Good Lord. See if I can get that without setting my hair on fire with a candle. Right. What do we have here? I have the Page of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah. That's not one, that's three. We have the King of Cups, the Sun, and the Five of Wands. So something that looked very good, something that you were emotionally drawn to and capable of achieving, and yet for some reason threw up feelings of conflict within you. Such that perhaps you've let this opportunity go by you without leaping on it like you might have done before. We've got the Death card and we've got the Ten of Pentacles here, but we've got the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords is anxiety and concern and worry. You know, if you woke up in the middle of the night, what would you be thinking about as you were trying to get back to sleep? The likelihood is that it would be this Nine of Swords, whatever it represents to you. But we've also got the Seven of Cups, which is emotional confusion and illusion. It seems like there is the potential that what showed up looked just a little bit too perfect. And so perfect that you didn't trust it. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, as we have over here too. Like, the Ten of Pentacles is a card of completion, but it's given to be complete material fulfillment, right? Now, because I see the Pentacles as energetic currency, I've kind of got a slightly different take on it than that. You know, it's about investment of time, care, effort, money, love, energy, anything to build something that will, you know, this is the point where heritage and legacy collide, right? So it's like a culmination of everything that you've wanted, potentially, that you've worked for a long time, but it just came a little too easily, it seems, here. And despite it presenting itself, here's the thing, you can have it somewhere inside you. The self-sabotage kicked in. Now, what I don't want you to do is be disheartened about this, because honestly, like, feels like it was all kind of part of the plan, because the very top card, like I said, was death. It is transformation. But I love the imagery in this card because we have these two girls. I mean, are they supposed to be the same person? Are they sisters? Who knows? But what we have is them standing either side of a doorway there, a portal, and they are looking at each other. Now, the way that I like to see this is like a mirror, you know. It's kind of seeing something in yourself that you did not see before. And in the seeing of that, in the acknowledgement of that there is something akin to self-sabotage, that there are things that can be a little bit too perfect, that feelings of self-worth like come up and go, I don't deserve this. Perhaps it is that you feel like you didn't work for it and it just landed on your lap, and it's like, I'm not sure that this is for me. I'm not sure that I should do this, you know. All manner of different voices could have been piping up in your head at the same time, sufficient to cause this level of confusion and conflict within you. Now, when we move into your current energy, we have the Six of Cups. And that's interesting because the Six of Cups is the card of the past. So we have in your past a card of the present, of opportunities arising. But we have you reflecting now. Look at this. I love this deck so much. Reflecting on exactly that. Are you reflecting on opportunities missed? Are you reflecting on something that you let go by you when maybe it was for you all the time? You just didn't trust it. Possibly. But did I say it was part of the plan? Because I feel like it's part of the plan. It's shown you something in yourself that needed a slight tweak, a slight adjustment, because I don't think it's gone. I mean, we'll get to that in a second, right? But we see you ruminating on the past. We see you considering what it is, replaying the situation in your mind and trying to work out exactly what it is that spooked you so hard about what this could have been. Now, no doubt you will have reconciled this with yourself, you know, at the point where you made the decision that maybe you weren't going to leap onto this, you know, It's too good to be true. Maybe you feel like you dodged a bullet in some way, but it feels like it's nagging. It's coming back. It won't quite let it go. And it's not letting it go because there's something for you to see about this situation first. Now, the cards that came out underneath the Six of Cups are the Empress and the Three of Wands. Now, the Empress is, like I said, Taurus or Libra, depending on how you take it. But more importantly, she's about abundance. True abundance. She's about welcoming it in, creating it, filling your life full of things that you want. You know, she's also about the, you know, bringing in new things into the world, new creative projects and things like that. We see that very much with the Empress. But the card that's really pivotal here for me is the Three of Wands, because the Three of Wands, more often than not, it might have come up in almost every single reading that I've done for the last 6 weeks, right, is indicating changed behaviour. Something needed tweaking. That was an owl, I don't know if you heard it. Something about this needed tweaking. There. Now, just before we go any further, I want to let you know that owls are associated traditionally with wisdom, right? They're an ancient symbol of wisdom. And so take that as you will. I've been sat here for 4.5 hours, and that's the first time I've heard an owl this evening. Something needs tweaking here, and the something is you, Aquarius. Right? It's not the opportunity, it's not what it is that you were trying to build, it's not what has presented itself as an opportunity for you to build either. There's something about the way that you trust yourself, or even that you trust the universe to bring in what it is that you need. Like, you're very accustomed to working for what you get, and you're very good at it. You know, the Aquarius, for me, is the King of Swords. It's that master communicator. You always have a plan. You know what you're doing, and you always have your eye turned toward the horizon. Like, you can see the new things coming in, the opportunities coming in. And that's why it was so uncharacteristic that you kind of wobbled on this one. What your mind is doing now is looking for a way. Not looking for a way. Looking at what it is that held you back. You know, the Empress deals with true abundance. You know, so it's fulfillment, both emotional and spiritual, but, you know, hopefully material too. Got the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands again. Yeah, I mean, this comes down to a sense of self, and I really do feel like it's because it kind of dropped in your lap and it was a bit too perfect. The Ace of Cups is new love for, you know, someone or something, but mostly in the way that I read, it's for yourself. With this Knight of Wands appearing here again, as he does there, you know, this opportunity really, really required you to believe in yourself. Like, 100% wholeheartedly. And for some reason you didn't. For some reason you wobbled. And now it's for you to go back over it and see what caused that wobble. Tell me about this Three of Wands. Yeah, it's the Hermit, right? The answers are within you, not only as to why you wobbled in the first place, but what it is that you can change in order to put yourself in a better position to be able to receive the offer when it comes back. We've got the Knight of Cups, there's the offer. We've got the Judgment card, the sense of something resurging, returning, coming back. And we have the Fool, an opportunity to start again, but from a position of trust. Like, what you feel has gone by you has not gone by you. The opportunity will resurface. But you had to be shown this part of yourself first. Now, like, I felt from the outset that whatever it was had not left you. That's the Ten of Pentacles there. The opportunity will return in the month of November, and this time it will be better, because whatever restriction it was that you placed upon yourself last time is not present this time. You know, we're experiential creatures. Like, you can read as many books as you like, and actually, you know, I feel like books brought me up. It did a better job than my parents did, right? But ultimately, you know, we need to learn from our mistakes. We need to, you know, we need to do things and then learn from them. That's how the lessons stick. And for you, I feel like the only way that this particular aspect of you could get an airing was in the presentation of this particular opportunity. And you go, oh, you know, I don't think there's any other way that you would have seen it, but you didn't lose it. It's coming back. It's coming back strong. Because we've got the Ten of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. This doesn't just affect you, this affects other people. But this Eight of Swords here, thank you, yeah, that's the thing that's changing. The card that's come out to clarify it is the Three of Wands there, the changed behaviour, right? Maybe it showed you a way in which your mind was, you know, was thinking in quite a narrow fashion, or it was quite restricted in some way. Now you have an opportunity to do it better, do it differently, and actually succeed. The Temperance card is at the bottom of this deck as well here. That's 2 for 2 there. You needed this experience to be to show you where you were thinking too small, almost, where your thinking didn't involve you being good enough to have this thing come up. Like, it's a peculiar situation to find yourself in, Aquarius. But the way that I would see this is like a minor wibble in the road. Like, you've taken a minor diversion, but you've come back onto the main carriageway now, and you can go full steam ahead by the look of this. Like, I'm going to get into this a lot more over in Vimeo now, and if you're going to join me over here there, then that's all cool. I would love to see you there. If not, just know that November looks like it's going to pan out very well for you, provided you pay attention to what it was that made you wibble last time, you know? So, like I said, I'm going over to Vimeo. If you would like to join me over there, I would love to see you. If not, it's all cool. But know that I love you all very, very much, and I will see you soon.